Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Subpar Gamers podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Hey Steph, with my good friend Tyler, Ty Jinx.
Hello there.
Hello there. Happy. Hope everybody had a happy holidays, whatever Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever the fuck you celebrate. I
Yeah,
personally celebrate Christmas.
as do I. We're on our third episode already. Oh,
Yeah,
it
sorry
should
for
have
not
been like
uploading.
the fifth.
Yeah, Tyler forgot about us
Hey, you did too.
on Christmas because I thought it would be kind of
Mm,
self-explanatory.
we could have done it.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. That's for next year.
Yeah. I didn't even think I would make today's episode on time because my grandpa, he's on a bowling team, and they asked me to sub for them. So I had to go bowl with a bunch of old people, and I got back at like 9:30.
Yeah, meanwhile he was coming back from bowling. My 50-year-old gaming computer from NASA decided that my mouse wasn't going to show up, so I had to restart it again, and it took another 20 minutes to boot up. So
How
here
long
we
does
are.
it take exactly to boot? Because that thing is rough.
Okay, so my it's not that it's rough, rather it's old. So it probably was a fast boot up time back in the day. I just
Back
said
in
like
the
a
good
good
old
solid
days.
15 minutes because everything like my Discord opens, my Steam opens, so I could turn that off and it probably cut it down to like 8 minutes.
Mm.
Just it's Tornado's hand me down. I think it was a hand me down to Tornado's well. So it's good. It's like 2013 it was built, so it's kind of like it's old for PC standards. Still running though, shockingly enough.
Yeah, didn't you have one before that you just absolutely obliterated? I
I
remember
had
you
a
saying
eight
something.
I had an HP laptop and it sounded like a AC 130 gunship. Like the fan was broken. So just like it clipped on a piece of plastic every time it spun. So it just like literally sounded like
It's kind of what my Xbox is sounding like every once in a while. The fans go like, and then they'll stop, especially if
Is
you
it like a
smack it out.
loud sound or is it like a
No,
grinding sound?
it's not really either. It's just like you can hear the fan just slightly tapping on something for a second, and then it stops. It like fixes
Quality
itself.
builds.
Yeah.
Quality builds.
God. I feel
Okay,
like they're
so
sort of not built to last.
no.
It's like half
Oh,
fuck.
so we're gonna take a little more of a serious approach on this episode of the Subpar Gamers. We're going to be talking about. Well, we're actually clipping this. We're not really clipping it. I mean, like we actually have a list of shit we are going to talk about this episode instead of just randomly getting to it. Because I don't even know how the fuck I would even like randomly get into this topic. It's pondering death. I really don't know where the hell we got that one from. Sounds
Well, you
interesting though,
picked
but
it, so
um yeah. So pondering death. Have you ever thought about killing yourself? Okay, I'm joking. I think I can say that.
I mean, you might be able to, but I don't know. I've thought about death a long while ago. Like,
Okay, thinking about I think when I said this, I was thinking about because I'm personally afraid of dying, but I have a weird complex. Like I'm afraid of dying, but yet I wouldn't care if I died.
I take
Personally.
I take like a super like materialistic approach. Like, if I die, like I'm dead. It's not like I could. It's not
Feel it
like
or
yeah,
be scared of it.
yeah. So like, if it happens, it happens. I mean,
Well, I guess on another like the topic of the other thing we're going to be talking about, it kind of scares me because of what I believe in for my afterlife. Because I believe in reincarnation. Like if when I die, I'll be born as somebody new. But I also believe that if you believe in Christianity, Like you're going to go to heaven in that religion, or you're going to go to hell in that religion. Like whatever the Islamic people believe in. Sorry, Muslims. Islam is not. I don't know how that works. I forgot. Like if you're Jewish, I don't know. Like whatever they believe in, right? That's what's going to happen to them. So
Judaism's extremely close to Christianity.
I mean, it's basically Christianity is based off Judaism. It's
Yeah.
just except for when Jesus comes along. They believe
So,
in Jesus.
so do you have any like specific religion that you
I'd say
are a part of?
I would say that I'm closely assumed with Hinduism because Hinduism is has a lot to do with that kind of stuff of being reborn as a different person when you die. I'm not, I don't follow any religion. I mean, I like the idea of Christianity, like like my dead relatives are up there in heaven. I like to believe in that, but I personally believe that when I die, I will be born as a new person.
I didn't
That's
I
just how I
didn't
see
I didn't pay attention a lot in in
it.
like history class, so
It'll
I
be
don't know how closely that
fuck. What was the
aligns.
what was it called? Shit.
Buddhism?
No, no, no. Like
Sikhism?
our it's not history class. World culture. Yeah, that's what it was called.
Yeah.
I did because I was good at it, but then I kind of quit going to school and then I forgot about most of the stuff I was taught, which is a big problem in America.
Yeah. I didn't really
Schooling.
retain too much. But like I don't even know exactly what
I think it's
I would
Hinduism
consider.
because Hinduism is in India and like that kind of area in the world, and spirituality that's kind of like psychedelic music is tied in with it, and psychedelic music is derived from Indian music, like from the sitar and stuff. Now, personally, I want to, don't tell the government, but I want to try psychedelic so I can try to see if I can even unlock a new spiritual asset, like not asset, but like a spiritual aspect of my life that I can't unlock in the material world.
You're gonna become one of like those hippie side characters
But
like
like
Yogi
not
and
like
Reggie.
that though. It's just like, if something can open my eyes to something that I didn't believe in before, I would do it. Much rather not be blind.
I guess that's true. Essentially what I believe in is like I just sort of looked it up so I could make sure I
Wait,
knew
hold
what
on.
it was.
So I don't seem like an asshole. So Tyler, what do you believe in?
Ah, so I don't I essentially take it very practically because I personally haven't had anything happen to me where I could like strongly believe in any like religion or and like I haven't been given any like sort of proof or like
Except for we
eh,
went to church when we were younger, and that's about
yeah,
it.
like it all
Or
feels
youth.
like a very convenient solution to the meaning of life. So I essentially just like try to say like, oh, it doesn't really have much meaning when you die. You die, you just
Or
like you
you
can't
make
even
the meaning,
comprehend anything
or
because
you make the meaning as you live.
yeah,
That's
like
how I see it.
there's not really any like greater purpose. It's just live and then you're dead and your conscious is completely gone.
Which that's a mind-boggling topic on itself.
Yeah, like
Like,
you can't imagine
what
nothing.
happens when you die? Yeah, like because if you imagine nothing, you imagine pitch black, but pitch black is nothing. Black is a pigment.
Yeah.
so,
Like you
so
can't imagine not black.
it's a weird That's why it. That's why I don't believe that happens. That's why I believe personally for myself, when I die, I'm going to be born as another person or the same person, but like I can change some certain aspects of my life.
So
uh,
how did you come to that? Did
because
just
I
like
imagine
it feels that
I
way?
I imagine a world where God is my savior. I bow down to Him. But the amount of times I've prayed to God, which I know is this is probably sinful if I'm going to say this, and God has done nothing for me that I have seen. I'm not a non-believer in God because of it, but kind of makes me doubt that there's somebody listening to you because how the hell can he listen to you? He's dead. He died thousands of years ago. At least Jesus died thousands of years ago because the concept of God is spiritual, right? Like
Yeah,
God
like
is a
it's
spirit,
not
but how
not
but how
material
how
though.
how how is he a spirit? That means he must have lived. Yah- Yahweh is the God. Yahweh and Allah. It's the same kind of thing. If I
Hmm.
think it's genuinely, I think it is the same thing. The
Yeah.
the Holy Spirit and the Father, right?
Yeah, they're all supposed to be the same thing throughout those religions. It's just it's they all have different
They
takes
have different
on
paths.
exactly what
Like
happened
it
and
has the
what
same
values you should
path.
have.
It has the same path leading up to a certain point.
Yeah.
Like Muhammad is the prophet for Islam, but Jesus is our prophet. And I forgot. I think David is the prophet for Israel. Like, sorry, not Israel. That sounded so fucking stupid. Well, actually, David's the prophet of the Israelites, so I guess I wasn't too stupid with it. I
Close
saved it.
enough. But yeah, essentially what the Muslims believe is that like they do believe Jesus existed, that he was a person and that
But he's just not
you
their
can write all
prophet.
these books about him. It's just that he had no connection to
Muhammad.
yeah, Muhammad and Allah and all that.
Well, Allah is Yahweh. Allah is the holy quote
Yeah,
unquote
Allah is
spirit.
their God. Muhammad's just their pro. It's
Holy. I tried. I tried.
oh my God, Mace.
Now I'm gonna get executed on live leaks.
um, just drop a Peter Griffin meme in
Holy
the
fuck.
middle of religious
Holy.
talk.
Oh,
Uh,
it's just fucked up. It's just, like there's so many different sectors of religions. There's sectors inside of sectors, and it gets confusing after a little bit. Kind of
yeah.
don't feel like paying attention to it. Uh,
Essentially, what I came to is that there's so many different variations of religions that if one of them was more true than the other, then any all-knowing, all-powerful God would be able to make everyone see. Why would they make everyone guess at it? Like, if it was so simple and that you would go to
because
hell
if you
for
guess,
worshiping other
if you
religions.
yeah, because if you guess, so that means like I vow myself to every single religion, so that I can go to heaven or the equivalent to heaven in every religion.
Well, some of them are very strict in what you have to do in order to get to heaven.
Well,
It's not quite as simple as just agreeing with their
then
values.
that is unfortunate.
And a lot of them do conflict, so I just got to a point where it was like,
I just
hey, I I can't.
I guess my take on it is I believe that if somebody believes in whatever they believe, that's what's going to happen to them. I believe that I will be reborn as a new person. I will be reborn as a new person, and I believe that your life is the meaning of life is whatever you make it in the time you're alive because you won't remember it when you're dead or when you're reborn. I feel like before you die, you'll know what the meaning of life is, but in that split second, that's the only time you'll know when the meaning of life is.
So you think that like life flash before your eyes is the only time you can really know?
It would have to be because you can't. I don't remember anything when I was like 3 years old. But
What
with
about
life, if all the life flashes before my eyes, I'll instantly remember everything,
what
every
about
waking
those
memory.
people that came incredibly close to death and then swear by having their
That
life flash before them and all kinds of
then that
stuff?
I believe that your life does flash before your eyes when you die. So I guess it kind of really doesn't. I mean, they probably and usually all those people go into a religion. Like if they were 100% atheist, as they say they saw something, and then look, they're a Christian magically after it. So that also makes me question that because
There's
you
been
weren't.
cases of people that do have those experiences, but they were already close to or semi like indoctrinated
Yeah.
into another religion, and then the second that event happens or they see something that they believe is a sign, then they full out believe into it.
Well, and then also there's people that say that just so they can get money off the
Yeah,
television.
well,
Have
those people are stupid.
they're not stupid. They're assholes. They make people believe in shit off false pretenses.
Yeah, but I never really, un like as a kid, I used to be like, hey, if you're real, whatever you are, give me a sign. And and like
Then
I
he
did
would never
that
give
like
us money.
hundreds of times. There'd never be a sign. There'd never be like I used to pray as a little kid because my parents were
I did
religious
too.
and
I know.
nothing
I
ever
remember
called
my
back.
prayer. I remember my prayers. I always used to say this, and I quote: "Dear God, please do not let me or my mom or anybody I love have nightmares tonight. Thank you. Amen." It's literally what I used to say every night.
It's interesting. I can't even remember because my mom would like just randomly say something or she'd like have me repeat what she was doing, like blessing the meal or whatnot. Or like they'd have me try and say something over at like the grandparents' house to bless the meal. But like it all
What
just did
happened
not
to you?
feel yeah, after all this I'm not so much of a nice little Christian boy. But like yeah, it's just not.
I don't know. It just
It
doesn't.
all felt
Nothing
fake
makes
to me.
sense. Well, I feel like some aspects of the Bible are recorded history,
Yeah, that's certain.
but I don't feel like all of them are real. Like I don't think
Yeah,
just
like
mm,
anyone can write a book.
not only that, but anybody can have an imagination. Or well,
Yeah,
it's actually proven that half of the people that wrote the Bible were high because they ate mushrooms from the ground. And those mushrooms were psychedelic mushrooms. So I guess that explains the interlocking gear things with eyes and wings.
that's actually kind of fun. Well, like the biblically accurate
Yeah,
things. Oh my god. Those
like
things are
fucking,
insane.
but they're scary as fuck.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I would game end myself if I saw that.
I don't
I
think
don't know
you'd have
how,
much of a choice.
I don't, I don't know like how I would react to that. Like,
You saw some just dystopian horror.
yeah, like I don't think I'd ever be the same. Like, I know I'm fucked up now, but I don't know how, I wouldn't even know how to handle that, honestly.
I'd be religious if that happened.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
I
yeah,
saw
like,
some biblically
fuck
accurate
yeah.
angels.
Yeah, that's my God, not God. The fucking angel's my God. Like,
Well,
that
like
thing could
that's
destroy
what I'm
me.
saying. Like, hey, that would be a pretty good sign if someone if that just, popped up in the sky once a month to remind us Are they real? Like, that's all the proof I need.
Oh my god.
But essentially, what I fall under is agnostic. So, actually, here, I'm not entirely sure if that's what agnostic means.
We, I'm not an atheist, but I'm not a believer. I don't know what I
Okay, yeah,
am.
that's
I'm confused. I'm
okay.
mentally ill, as we say, or as the Christians.
Agnostic is close to what I believe. So, essentially, since we can't really prove anything, there's no real reason to force ourselves into that. But at the same time, like, if at any moment something came real or proved itself, then for sure, like, there's nothing that says they can't exist. It's just,
For religion, me and you were religion bandwagon jumpers.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. We're just hopping on that religious hype train. Uh,
All right. So that's a good half of the segment.
yeah.
Now we're on to Tyler's half of the segment, which I'll let Tyler explain now.
So, I'd like to talk about like electric cars and the sort of future that could really lead us into. So I talk about this kind of a lot with my dad and my grandma because like they'll just let me ramble like I'm crazy quite a lot. But my idea of the future is that maybe it won't be fully electric cars. For whatever reason, there might be
I
supply
don't
chain
I don't
issues with electric batteries. It might be hydrogen, it might not even be cars. It might be whatever. But my idea of the future is that self-driving technology will become, and we're already getting there, that it will become
practically.
so good that you will be able to drive highway speeds or more down any road or intersection because they would all know each other's positions. So, say you had a very simple road crossing and one car was approaching from the right and you were going straight, one of you guys could slow down or speed up by maybe a tenth of a mile an hour, like a few miles ahead of time, and it would be enough that you guys would miss each other completely. And computers are very capable of handling that math, and you learn that math in algebra, so algebra
Well,
and
does it look
trig and
like
all
I
kinds of
paid
stuff.
attention to algebra?
Well, somebody did, and they and computers are mostly capable of doing that already if not, they will be soon.
well, let
So
me
I
let
don't
me
feel like that's an unrealistic future.
let me open your mind on this though. Not really driving if it's driving for you.
Hmm. It's
And
it's
there's
more
gonna
just
be
like individual transport at that point.
and there's gonna be hillbillies like me that I don't want. I like Tesla. Hold on. I like Teslas, right?
Mhm.
But I also want gas powered cars too. So, like, one of my favorite cars ever is a Corvette or Aston Martin.
What model?
For what?
Either.
I think the Aston Martin's like a DB11, or the one I like is like a V12 thing or something. And my Corvette is like, I don't know, it's a Corvette. Fucking,
Any of them, just take them as is.
it's pretty much what the Aston Martins too. I mean, they're both expensive cars. Or like, for example, like I want a Ram truck, right? Or a SUV of some sort. I wouldn't want my SUV, my daily commute, to be electric. 'Cause I feel like it's like unreliable in a way, but like I know they're really reliable, ways of transportation. Actually more efficient than gas because you can just literally, if you need a fill up, you can just plug it in into your garage. Like,
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be full electric or full self-driving.
Hybrid,
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Like you could have your, say your Tesla
gas powered.
Cybertruck,
Yeah.
and in city limits, it'll just fucking take you anywhere you want as fast as you could fucking hammer the accelerator with avoiding all the other cars. But
Yeah, but
outside of that, outside of intersections and stuff, you could take it off-roading if you want.
I
Like,
feel like there should be a highway system where you could genuinely do that, like the autobahn in Germany. But like, there's two separate roads. One for like the self-driving shit because it's more advanced, and then one for your average run-of-the-mill driver that doesn't want that shit.
mm,
It's
like
also about consumer too. Like,
this would not work if even a single person wasn't in the network.
yeah, and there's going to be a lot of people that aren't in the network. There's still going to be trucks and cars from the 1980s that still run with 500,000 miles
Yeah, like
by that
this
time.
is like a far future, but I
And
don't
like,
think it's an unrealistic one.
I feel like it's generations upon generations
I
above
don't
our
I don't
great
know if
great
it's
great
that far.
grandkids. I,
Like
I don't think I'd see a world like that in my lifetime. Hopefully not, because I would hate that. Because
I
it's not
feel like
even.
we could see it in our life.
I feel like with the Elon Musk thing, like the underground highway system in California that use like magnetic field to like make you go Mach speeds underground.
Mm.
I like that idea, but I don't like that on the open roads. I don't mind I don't mind self driving cars how they are now. They they obviously need a lot of improvement, but like I don't mind the concept of how they are now.
Yeah, they're pretty far as it is. Like it's kind of crazy how well they're doing. Like even if there's tiny slip ups, like at the rate normal people make slip ups, it's just that they're more televised.
Yeah,
It's
just like
that and
how
the battery fires with Teslas. It's like, yeah, they catch on fire every once in a while, but you don't hear every time.
yeah,
Every
also
time someone,
Ferraris and mid-engine cars catch on fire a lot.
yeah, but that doesn't become like national news like it does every time a Tesla catches on fire. I mean, their fires aren't bad. I'm not
I mean,
saying that they aren't. It's just,
think
it doesn't need to be
I
as
think
blown
gas
out of
powered
proportion.
would be a little bit worse because gasoline.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not sure about
you don't technically have an engine with electric, do you?
no, you don't have an engine. You have like four little fucking it's like an RC car,
Pretty much.
except for the
So,
batteries are like if you like accidentally caught fire
yeah.
to like the solid fuel of like a rocket. So i- they do get incredibly bad, the
I mean, they get
fires.
well. Their cooling systems probably have to be like the best in the world.
Yeah. The fires aren't like at least I'm not sure. I know they
No, no.
do catch fire randomly, but like for the most part it's in crashes when they get real bad.
Well, I really don't have much to say about it. I personally wouldn't want to live in a world or in a country that has that kind of thing. I mean, it would be interesting to see, but like, I wouldn't want to be driving.
I've yeah, but I feel like that mindset was seen like every time we make like a large step in either transportation or just major infrastructure, people are always like, "Man,
Said that
that
before.
sucks. Yeah, this
Like, I
new
don't.
thing is awful. It's doing all these bad things and it doesn't seem optimized." But as it gets closer and closer, people are like, okay, maybe this could work. and like eventually it just take. I feel like it won't be as jarring of a problem once it is commonplace to have a semi self-driving vehicle
Well,
or a large population has cars that can do it.
not to bring it up because yeah, it's a very touchy topic, but it's kind of like in the way of how like racism is. Like, hear me out, hear me out, hear
Huh?
me out. Like, today, like our generation, we don't hate, but like there is a certain minority of our generation, a very small amount of our generation that is still racist, right? It's like the problem like that. Like nobody's ever gonna come up to like one perfect census of anything.
Yeah, there'll always be some people that are
The
slow to.
outliers.
Yeah,
Like
and
me. Like I would never want that personally. I would never
because
want
what
to not
grandma
have.
has a phone now and she hates it, but she's using it, so.
So it's just like
But,
people
but
need to like, get open minded, but like meanwhile I say that even though I have the way I think, so it just kind of defeat. I'm a hypocrite, but people need to get it open minded,
but yeah,
but not too
that
open
that racism thing wasn't as out of pocket as I thought it was gonna be.
minded.
Yeah, but like they this is a horrific thing to say and do not take it out of context, but like
Maybe you just shouldn't say
imagine
it.
a no, imagine a world where like they used to hate black people and they used to think they were the worst people ever, and then slowly they had that change in the revolution and like huge movement to where, now the world is as it is.
Well,
What
define
if that
they.
happened for
'Cause, like,
like things we currently hate? Like we despise think of a horrific thing. Like we despise felons. And slowly it's being like, oh, these people can be good people. What if they did that with like
well, it's kind
pedophiles?
of like okay, just shut up. Shut up.
No, but like,
Yeah, I don't think you could do that with a pedophile. I,
no, don't take this
I
out of context. I'm just saying.
that's I'm trying
It's.
not to. I'm trying not. I'm trying to hear you out, but there's gonna be no perfect world where we like pedophiles.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying that.
maybe you should say it like this. Like our parents' generation, they do not like Middle Eastern people because of 9/11, right?
Yeah,
That does we
but it's
don't hate them
slowly.
because we don't have a problem with them.
Yeah.
Maybe you
So
should say
like,
shit like that
what will
instead of
we? Okay, yeah, okay. Maybe that was a horrific example. What will we think in like 20, 30 years that we were so close-minded and that we were terrible people for even thinking that? Because
so, but that,
we think of the people like before us as like grandpa's a racist and like
that's how they were brought
the
up,
people, yeah, the
unfortunately.
people that were indoctrinated into like horrific things like the Holocaust, like people that like were born in Germany, they didn't think that was wrong at the time. Maybe they know it's wrong now, but they're pretty much dead by now. But like they were just born into that. It's what they
Or
saw
like
as
they were just
normal.
brainwashed into it. Maybe that like that's why I feel like I'm gonna say this.
Are we gonna think that
Racism
way about religion?
racism is like brainwashing in a way.
Mhm.
Because like you don't know why you hate them, just hate them. Like it's just disgusting that
Yeah.
anybody can teach their kids hate like that. It's like how people do not like homosexuals. Like so what? let
Yeah.
them do what they want to do. Like if it's not affecting you, let them do it. And here, I guess I'm letting some of my political views. No, I want. I listen about that pedophile statement. I'll never accept pedophiles. I don't think they have a place. I mean, if that's how it is in another country, go for it. But here in America, if you fuck somebody below 18 and you're above 18, you're a disgusting fuck. I don't even know how people can morally have their age of consent like 12.
What? Yeah, those countries kind
Philippines,
of scare me.
Philippines, but the Philippines has like the best like low crime rate in the world,
But like, why do
which
they
is
have it so
shocking.
low?
I have no
There's
idea, and
no
it's kind of
reason.
disgusts me.
Maybe it's because it's so common to have like arranged marriages in like the Eastern Hemisphere that
It's still like I wouldn't even feel comfortable. You know what? Not gonna say it. I just wouldn't feel comfortable with that.
well, that's the thing. Like they see it as normal.
Yeah, okay. So then we can just go on a subtopic here then. Just like different cultures. Like I'm not I'm ignorant to it, so I'm not gonna say what culture. But like we're eating certain household pets
Hmm.
we might find disgusting. We might find that horrific. But honestly, if I went to one of those countries, I would try it. It's their
Absolutely.
culture. Like
Didn't we talk about that before, where we'd eat a
I feel
dog?
like we have. Yeah, like personally, I think we've talked about that. I don't think
Fuck it. I
publicly.
wouldn't even wait till I'm in another country. Like if you put dog on my plate, I'm eating that shit.
I
It
wouldn't
better
do it
be
in
good.
America because it's frowned upon. Like, wasn't there like I think I don't know what it was, but like some fast food chain around where we live. Like we have these fast food chains where we live had horse meat.
What?
Like it was like they
I don't
substituted
remember.
the beef for horse meat, and it was like distributed throughout the whole country. I forgot. I wanted to say it was Fuddrucker.
Arby's?
No, they don't really have like a beef thing. They kind of like
Their like whole thing is like beef,
yeah, but like
beef
lunch meat.
sandwiches.
Their kind of shit's like lunch meat. They don't have
Uh,
like they don't like have like burgers. They have sandwiches. They don't really have like stuff that they can replace like beef with horse.
yes, that's true.
I kind of would just I would only
It
feel
would have to
comfortable
be
doing
like a
it in the
ground
country.
meat for them not to realize. Because
Probably, I
like
think.
most of the
It's
foods that
gray.
yeah,
Horse is like gray.
most of the foods that we're accustomed to in the American palate, we know very well that like even if it's something that's like not grown locally, like raised locally, it won't taste even remotely close. Like if you serve someone goat or lamb, they'll know it immediately. Even if they don't know what it is, like they'll know it. Like it doesn't have to
That
be
ain't beef.
anything exotic.
Because our beef culture is insane here.
Yeah.
We eat too much of it. We go through like at least like a regular human can eat like 300 pounds of beef a year.
I do that in like a week. I eat that. I tear that shit up. 20 pounds a day. I drink a lard.
I
Oh
just
my
bathe
god.
in it.
Bathe in tubs of lard and
They
fat.
call me Tubbalard.
That's disgusting. Oh, do
That is
you know like
disgusting.
the floating fat on like leftover food
Oh,
that
like
like floats to the surface?
if you cook a bacon, it's like the oh,
Yeah. Yeah, just
it's actually not bad. Just like the feeling is just weird. I had
you
bacon
gotta
fat. I
heat
don't
it
know. I
up.
was curious. I was curious, and it was disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. it only looks appetizing once you heat the food back up for the leftovers.
Not even then. I putting in the nuke, just nuking it's just kind of disgusting.
Ooh. Oh, do you like not like leftover meat?
It's just, I don't know. Fresh cooked is better than just having it cooked and then refreeze and then cooked again.
I'm not talking about freezing it, just like putting it in the fridge.
Oh, yeah, but
Save it for
still, like
later.
it's already cooked, and then like when you microwave it, it cooks it more.
Eh, I don't put it in the microwave that long. I just heat it up till it's hot. Get it up to temperature.
I don't even like it scalding hot. Like if I do a hot pocket, that bitch is going in there for like 30 seconds,
Boom.
not 2 minutes. 2 minutes will be like scalding. I do like a minute 30 because I do two hot pockets in one take. Yeah, I know I'm fat and obese, but 1 minute 30 seconds on whatever normal setting a microwave's on
Two
heats it up
hot
pretty
pockets
well.
is a lot.
Um,
Aren't
That's
they like really tiny?
it's like some kid in Ethiopia's meal for the year, Tyler.
What? They're like you could fit it in the
Tiny to
O
us, but
between your
tiny
fingers.
to us, but
Am I thinking
big to
something
some
else?
others. Probably it's probably
I've
like as
never eaten a
long as
pizza
your
roll.
hand.
Oh fuck! You know that's not
Not
what I'm
no
talking.
no not a pizza roll, hot pocket. You fucking
Oh,
dumb shit.
well, I never eaten either. Ugh. They're both trash.
Listen here, asshole. I grew up on pizza pocket pizza rolls.
Well, you're gonna die on one too. Cool. The way you're walking. Uh,
Actually, if I was comfortable showing myself, I'm not fat whatsoever. I eat like a total slob though, but I'm not fat.
I mean, you're not shredded.
I'm not sure. Okay, I'm average. But you would think I'm
Yeah,
fat by the way I eat.
like you're like you're standard. It's not like gym rat or fat.
I'm just some tall, lanky prick
Gamer,
with
gamer boy.
a gamer boy, but I'm not really a gamer boy. I'm a little more meatier because I actually do kind of work out sometimes. I do
Is your
more
job
physical.
physically demanding?
Yes. I'm not willing to discuss my job because I hate talking. I hate my job.
Okay. I noticed my from bowling my like forearms and like traps and like back and like just everything you need in order to bowl is just if not bigger, like stronger and like
Yeah, it also
you
helps if
can
you jerk
feel a
off.
different okay. You can feel a difference between one side of the body and the other.
Like my right arm is bigger than my left arm.
Like that fucking Family Guy
Whack
skit where
boy.
fucking Quagmire has the ripped arm. Oh my god.
Practically me.
Uh, I've been like going super hard into bowling. I got a job at a bowling alley.
Oh, you have
Uh,
a job now?
yep. I'm starting 5 o'clock Friday. People,
Huh.
Friday evening. Yeah, it's. I can't say exactly where because it's not a chain. It's just a single business.
And
But
safety reasons as well.
yeah, but it's a very nice bowling alley.
The one we went to last week.
No, it's local.
Yeah, the one we went to last week.
It's not the only bowling alley, Mason.
You said local, dipshit. That's the only one that's local.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Why?
Local to me, maybe not to you.
The
But
one next to where our friend works.
no, not even close, buddy.
Thought
That's not
that's
even
the
the
one
one.
you were offered to.
No, that's family owned.
Oh. Then never mind.
Well,
Well,
anyways,
I don't think technically any bowling alley is like a chain. Do they even have chains?
oh yeah, like Bolero is national. They might be international. I'm not entirely sure, but there are a few like bowling chains that are extremely large.
I want to say
Don't
you
say
know,
it.
the what?
It's not.
Mm,
I don't think that's a chain. Are you
what?
talking about the greasy one? Greasy Grove?
What, the one that I went to with me and my girlfriend?
Probably.
Hold on.
Yeah, that. I don't think that's a chain because that used to be not owned by my grandpa, but it was my grandpa owned a bowling alley that it, it had a it had two different locations, but he only owned one of them, and the other one got renamed that.
Oh,
So it used to be named something else. So that's definitely not a
fucking
chain.
greasy grove.
That's what we call it because it's super about like children, and I swear it's just
Fucking
covered
Freddy
in pizza grease.
Freddy
Yeah, it's
Fazbear's Pizza.
that's exactly what it is. The Fazbear's fucking bowling. It is
Fazbear
awful.
bowling.
Oh,
I don't
it
think
was
it's
so good.
that bad.
Yeah, but what I'm doing is just I'm gonna work the counter, give everyone their stinky shoes. I get to make some calls down back if like a pin is jammed or a ball is stuck. And
How much is in an hour?
I think it's minimum wage. I'm not
It's
sure.
like 13.
I didn't look. I don't necessarily care. Um, and then they'll eventually train me to do simple stuff down back, like learn how to read the calls that people on the front desk give and like make sure you can fix pin jams, ball jams.
Just shove your penis into
There's a
it.
lot of different things. I'm not gonna.
Is
But my
shoving
dad's been teaching me some stuff.
shoving your penis into a pin jam one of them?
I don't. I don't think putting your dick in the ball return's gonna fix anything. I hope not. Uh, just
Come
push
out
the balls
short.
out the other side. Oh my god, that was awful.
Yeah, I'm a little bit unhinged on this episode, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
Sorry.
podcasters get a little quirky at night. uh,
You're so
my other
calm and collective. I'm just like out here like being a
the
dick.
wild end, and I guess the the final topic I had to talk about was just plain and simple GTA. You have so many not hours, days in this game.
Yeah, I don't even
How
know how
many
I got.
days?
Hold on, I'm on
It's got to
Xbox
be
now.
over a year. It's like almost a year of just pure
I
playing
wouldn't
GTA.
say
And
that.
I have dozens of days in the game
I can check my stats right
on
now. Hold on.
Xbox One. And I played
Yeah,
360 with a childhood friend for
I don't have
that's all I
years.
did. You have a year. How many days?
Okay, it gives me two time plays. One, I got 7 days, 23 hours, and 12 minutes. But the other one is 104 days, 8 hours, 22 minutes.
I feel like it was more than that. I
Well,
remember looking and it was
we'll talk about
several
something
hundreds
else
of
in the
days.
meantime. I'll go on my stats on GTA real quick.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
I'll,
just keep talking about GTA.
I'll read off my.
I don't know exactly what mine is, but it has to be a lot as well. Not as much as you were.
Well, I can check
half of our
yours
friend group.
while GTA is loading.
I guess that works.
I don't know how our one friend he's a higher level than me, has a lot more than me. Well, not really a lot more than me, but I have more hours than him.
Well, he used to just mess around in the game and like
Well, that's what
talk
I
to
used to
people
do.
more so. Don't know.
I don't know, but it's fucking insane. I don't even know how much. I don't even know how I got that far. I don't even feel like I've played it for that long. But I'm a decently good GTA player.
Yeah, I don't necessarily play it to get murdered or do murdering. I kind of like
uh,
actively avoid anyone who's like looking to get in death matches. All
unless
those,
it's with me, dude.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
Holy fuck.
Tyler never learned his lesson. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you're still my arch nemesis to this day, and we
And
haven't
I'm not
played
even on.
in like
And
forever.
I'm I'm not. I don't even have the same version of GTA anymore.
Yes.
I think you're
It
still
was
the net.
bad.
Yeah, basically, I died 7 times. Tyler died
Like
72
40.
times.
Yeah, it was.
No, I think I got up to seven. We
Oh
were
my
at it for
god,
like 8 hours.
it was awful.
I think I lost roughly like $1 million just fighting you, rebuying ammo, dying, refight. Like that was an
Nice I
insane
didn't
fight.
spend as much on ammo. At least you
So
don't
I'm
have to
like
buy
more
your
of
own
like
hospital bills.
I'm more like of a kind of like
So
if I have a grenade launcher, I'm doing 10 grenades at once.
wow, just like fucking carpet bomb me.
Yeah, but most of it was sniping, which
Yeah,
I'm not
I
to
hate getting sniped.
not to suck my own penis here, but I'm a good sniper in any game. Except for Fortnite. I can't fucking snipe in Fortnite anymore.
The marksman shuffle madness
I don't
grinds my
I
gears.
don't do that because it's
The,
stupid. It doesn't do anything. It
what?
makes you inaccurate. Like the marksman shuffle makes you inaccurate and it
You were
makes you
not standing still. There's no way. I would have remembered that shit. There's no
here's
way
the
you were
thing
just standing
though.
dead still.
I killed you with an assault rifle and then I just picked you off every time you respawn.
And
That's
that's
how
why I'm uninstalling GTA.
it
Oh
I was
my
standing
god.
still, you just couldn't see me, and then you died.
Yep.
I like
And
getting people into that because then they can't do anything and then they leave. That's why nobody
uh,
stands around to fight me.
yeah, I was considering leaving and I was in the party with you would not stop. That was so annoying.
Because nobody else would stop. So why should I stop? I'm just that kind of a dickhead.
Well, you wanted
Okay,
me to find a new session.
I have my stats pulled up. So 104 days is the kind of limit that I'm saying. I'll only read the ones that really matter. My global RP 1,494,160,435. My overall income is 196.6 million. I've killed 8,578 people, and that's really about it. I can't see how much money you've gotten because of the.
It's not a terrible amount. I
I
have a lot of money saved.
have like 500,000. But yeah, that's a.
I have like 7 million
I don't
because
know why, but
every
my
time
crew level is glitched.
every time we get on to like grind, like not grind, but like every time we get on to like do an update, we'll do. we'll see some stuff. Someone will want something, and then we'll get in like we'll do like a couple heists or like resupply our businesses, sell some stuff, and I'll end up making like a million or two, and then it'll be like, man, this fucking update sucks, and then we all stop playing. And I did that like the last two or three updates without buying a single thing, and then like I'm sitting pretty, but like there is not a thing that is even remotely interesting that I want to buy. It is just
It ends up being a
horrifically
disappointment.
boring. Yeah.
Only thing you
Money
need is
simulator.
only thing you need is the Deluxo, the Mark II presser, and then
I got the deluxe.
the car you have, the Princess Robot bubblegum one.
Screams it,
That's literally all the cars you need.
honestly.
So Mark II presser, you
You don't
don't
even need
use
the
it in
deluxe.
combat.
You just need a
I don't
Mark two and then something else that
I don't
drives.
I don't like the Mark II because people use it for combat, but like it's very fast for getting around the map.
Yeah, like grinding money with that thing, you can just do it faster.
As long as you
Like
don't grind my gears with it, we're fine.
like I refuse to buy it. I would get fucking clowned because I clown everyone else who even like
I
one
like
of the people in our friend group bought it, and we fucking he he
he
sold
denies
it.
it today, but he used it in combat and that did not go so well for him.
Yeah,
Because Mark IIs, they're not fully invincible. You can just shoot them off.
yeah. And if that's the frustrating thing is that as skillless as the Mark II is, a lot of the people that use it are also people who've played the game since like day one. So like you'll you'll have a shit ass time killing them, and the second you get them off their fucking bike, they they just have like fucking they can snipe you perfectly. They'll fucking like they'll it doesn't matter that they were in the Mark II, which is what's so stupid. Like, why were you in the Mark II
But
for the first place if you were actually skilled?
a good chunk of people that have the Mark II though are not
Don't have
skilled.
that
They're
skill.
like probably like 95% of the people that own Mark IIs.
Yeah, but the 5% are horrific. They're a force to be reckoned with if
Like
someone with skill
if
uses
I
it.
did that, oh god, I feel like I'd be one of the best GTA 5 players in history.
Just
I'd be
fucking
like on par with Napoleon.
you'd be the dude to fucking like
Make
shoot
somebody
people
kill
down with
themselves.
an AK and on the beach in Rust. You'd like shoot the nakeds down. Oh my god.
I don't know how much of this episode will be cut out because of YouTube's kind of thing they do. Don't know if they'll like some of the words we say, but hopefully they like them.
Hopefully. I don't think. Do we even get enough traffic for it to be auto moderated?
No, but when we do start getting that traffic, that might fuck us over in the long run. I
Yeah,
don't know. So
maybe.
YouTube's a bunch of pussy. Okay, I can't say that.
Anything we say just gets immediately fucking
Can't talk
demonetized.
shit about Susan because Susan pays us.
Well, I don't think we'd get any sort of like warning or whatnot. It would just be demonetized for the video, which
And
doesn't
well, if we
matter
get three of
because
those, we're out.
with three demonetizations.
Yeah, we'll never be able to make money again.
What? That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense because like there's like whole channels that can't get monetized because it's just like everyone
Well, that's
swearing
why we have
and
sponsors.
horrifically.
Thank you, Raid.
Oh my god. Raid Shadow Legends, NordVPN. God,
Yeah.
it's always the same. Like,
How about you get sponsored by some bitches?
yeah, like, I want to see like some unique ass sponsors. Like,
I
Fucking,
would list the names of every sponsor I want to get sponsored by, but I want them to come to me.
I'll name everyone I want to get sponsored by.
I want to get sponsored by
Hmm.
Taiwa. I want to get sponsored by the
I
Subpar Gamer
want. No.
Podcast.
I'd love to get sponsored by the IRS. Like, just give us our free taxes for a shout out. Uh, yeah, that's about it. Just the IRS.
IRS and then the NFA,
NCIS. Just name every acronym you can think of.
the FIB,
FBI.
the,
FIB.
the FIB on GTA.
Oh my god.
Sponsored by Rockstar, so I know when GTA 6 will come out, so I can leak it.
Rockstar Energy Drink. Are they the same company?
No,
How have they not sued each other into the ground? They have like the same fucking logo.
not really.
It's a
Considering the
star
fact
with
I
an
drink
R. It's
Rockstar,
close enough.
I think Rockstar. I don't know. I think Rockstar is actually called Rockstar North. Technically, I don't know what the energy. I think Rockstar is just called Rockstar Energy, but I think they're owned by Pepsi or Coke or one of the two. So I don't think it really matters.
They have a
We are.
mutual, according to Wikipedia, they have a mutual agreement with each other that the video game company will never manufacture energy drinks, and the energy drink company will never produce software of any kind.
Huh. No, just like
So they have
Apple.
it like
Okay,
written in stone.
so that's kind of like what happened with like the. Yeah, no, you're gonna clown on me. So the Beatles had a record label called Apple, and it was still a record label in the '90s when Apple was a thing, or is it? Became a thing.
Mhm.
I think Apple just. I think Apple, like the phone Apple, sued them for it. And then the Beatles, well, I guess the two living ones had to rename it to like Apple Core or something. And then I think
That's
that,
so weird.
or I think it just died off because it got sued. Even though that Apple was made in like the 60s, and then Apple, Steve Jobs wasn't even a thought in the 60s.
That's
I don't
weird.
know. We're just talking to talk now.
Like talk to talk. Oh my god. That was one of the podcast names that we were thinking of. I think
The
you
one that
wanted
got
that.
messed up, the one that got messed up that was supposed to be the name. I think it was like Good Times, Fun Times, or I forgot
Uh,
what I called it.
that's the episode name. You're talking. I'm talking about the like the actual like name
Oh,
of the
like
pod.
we were gonna
Yeah, like
call
talk
the
to talk.
subpar. We were gonna call the subpar gamers talk because that's basically what podcast is. We're just
Talk to
talking to
talk.
talk.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, then we decided on this, even though like there was like some 8-year-old that had this name taken on Twitter,
Yeah, Twitter, if you're listening, give us all rights.
and give Tyler Ty Jinx.
Yeah, so I don't have to put official after everything.
That's why I'm lucky it hates Steph because nobody thought of a name that stupid.
Fucking God. We're 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 an hour
Counts
in.
like that. Accounts like that should be banned.
Yeah.
Like that are just inactive and like we know you want the name. At least if you're not a celebrity, like if Joe Rogan dies in like a couple of years, obviously you shouldn't be able to take Joe Rogan's name.
Yeah, that's probably true. Oh, we should try to establish one of the reoccurring ideas before we end this. I
What do you
feel
mean
like
by
uh remember how we were talking about like we do something once an episode just so we could just to do it, have
that?
something. to just quickly get it out there so we always have something. I
I
feel
like
like
men. I'm a homosexual.
wow, that was a lot.
That's why I wanted to get out. I wanted to get it off my chest.
That you like boys, men, even the
Oh
idea.
fuck! Wait! Hold on. I did not mean to say that. I meant to say homosexual, but Tyler cut me off. Fuck.
Interesting.
Okay. You know what? How about we just blur that whole part out?
Okay.
Remember that timestamp?
uh,
God damn it.
so the possibility that we could have the random free game idea, I really like that. Like we
Random
could,
free game?
yeah. So
What are you talking about?
we play a
Genuine confusion.
we play a free game before the podcast. We can decide it like sometime at the end. We could spin a wheel. We could do whatever, and we play that game before the podcast, and then we talk, just so we have
I think
something
that was one of
interesting.
your ideas because I'm
Yeah,
genuinely confused
it was one.
because
But
I
you
do not remember that
you added
whatsoever.
to the list of recurring ideas. Look at the end. Look at the end of all the stuff we ever done.
Weed, Jay Schlatt, British people, Ben Shapiro.
Femboys.
How did that get on there? I
I don't think it's the worst idea.
we can do that, but we don't have really. There's
Like
not
we
really that many games.
Game Pass exists. There's
Oh
so many
yeah,
shitty free games on fucking Steam. Like it doesn't have to be like an actual like game review. We could just fucking play a horrifically awful game and then just talk about.
Channel jousting.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. That was horrific.
Weird.
You so Mason bought me this as a fucking Christmas present. How much was it? Like less than
Well,
$2?
it's $9, but I got it on sale for like $1.99. I
Yeah,
think.
my computer can run Apex at decent frame rate, decent resolution, like modded Minecraft at fucking great FPS. Genital
But
jousting, too much. I was getting like 10 FPS, super laggy. Like, oh my god, that was awful. I couldn't like you guys were talking about the unlockable cosmetics at the end, where you filled up a jar with jizz for cosmetics, and like they weren't even jizzing in the jar by the time you guys were already back in the lobby.
it was
Like
that
I had
delayed.
no yeah, I had no ability to put on a cosmetic before you guys
That's
started the next.
awful.
Like we started the next game before I got out of the.
Oh, so that's why I went to your butthole so fast.
Was I like stopped for a second at the start of each one?
Kind of.
Yeah. I was there for the game, but like it was just laggy. It was rough.
But then somehow my computer crashed while running, which I don't understand how that happens.
Genitals are really intensive on the
The
CPU.
graphics card.
Not just the graphics. It's how do you model a cock in high definition? You need a lot of math.
Apparently,
That's what we learned in math class, how to make a
penis.
3D cock. or
I don't think you can say cock, but I think you can say penis.
why?
Don't know.
Well, the cock undulated and it blasted the hunk spunk all over my trunk. So
Oh my
that's what
god.
happened.
This is how this is gonna be, isn't
It is.
it?
I mean, that's a great place to end it.
Something
Hunk
about
spunk in
hung
the
spunk
trunk.
and hung spunk in the trunk. Wow.
That was from fucking Kummer.mp4.
I have no idea what that is, and I don't think our audience wants to know what that is either.
I feel like they do. That's not what it's from. I misremembered that, but it's whatever.
Oh, Come Zone.
Yeah, Cum Zone. Welcome to the Cum Zone.
I haven't heard that for like 3 years. I forgot about that until the hunk spunk. I remembered that part. Well, that's that's
Oh, my back.
us.
I'm...
From hitting it from the back from last night. Me.
Yeah.
All
I
right. Well,
yeah.
I'll just say this outro. This is getting probably a little
Horrifically
edgy.
bad.
Yeah, considering the fact you need to blur out like 10 minutes of what
This
I
is
said
like
earlier.
hardly content.
It's a podcast. What can you say? You just
I
talk. You're
guess. We're very
talking to
subpar
talk.
podcasters.
Subpart subpart lovers. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching this episode of the Subpar Gamers. As always, please show your support by following or liking or whatever you do on whatever platform you listen to show your support. Also follow our platforms as well, respectively Ty Jinx and Hey Steph for each
Jinx
platform.
official.
Sorry, Ty Jinx official. Ty Jinx is taken, unfortunately, on some platforms.
All of them.
For whatever reason, all owned by the same 8-year-old that hasn't uploaded since 2013. And yeah, thank you. You have any last words before we get demonetized and deleted?
I'm Skylar White, yo.
All right. Have a nice night or day, everybody.